Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang. I'm your host, Leah Chang.
So we wanted to pay tribute to all those people and heroes and icons that we deem really that paved the way for Asian American civil rights, and were very, very strong in establishing our identity.
Mm-hmm. Well, we started SLANT in 1995 because we just felt like the three of us as actors in New York City had no work written for us. So we thought, hey, I met Rick in a show with Pan Asian Rep, and I met Wayland just doing H.T. Chen's show. And I thought, you know what, these two guys are cool. They play music and we jive. So why don't we just write our own show? And I happened to be working with Ellen Stewart at the time. And I just asked Ellen, hey, can I make a show? And Ellen said, you got 2 weeks in November. And this was like May of 1995.
Wow.
And I called these two guys up and said, we can do a show, guys. What do you think? And so when we got together, we just thought, this is the one shot. We're going to do a show that no one's ever written for us. Mm-hmm. And we're just talking like, what would we do? And then the first thing that came to our mind was, you know what, there's a stereotype out there of Asian guys with small penises, and we should just do a show and examine what that was about. And so we wrote Big Dicks Asian Men, the musical.
There you go.
And now we're back 30 years later, and it's time for reunion.
So what does it feel like for you to be back together again?
It was very familiar, but at the same time newish again, because we haven't been around together like this for like 30 years. And there's a lot of new music that is being brought into it. It's a new kind of different vibe because of the times we're living in. It's like we had to do this, and at the invitation of Nikki Paraiso and Mia Yu at La MaMa Theater. So it's like time to do this. It's a little different from Big Dicks Asian Men. We're not dealing with those stereotypes of pop culture and all that, but as one of our bylines of our show is Lucky FM, tuning into the frequencies of our heroes and ancestors to remember, to assert, and to also celebrate.
Because we address Vincent Chin, we address, but at the same time, you heard Connie Chung, so all of our female heroes, and also we'll be addressing the 442nd Infantry during World War II. And all those are so important, so important now that we remember them, and that these memories and these heroes are not erased from our history.
What does it mean for you to be an Asian American theater maker in this time?
I feel at times and in my real life threatened, more so than ever now. It didn't just start with anti-Asian hate in the 2020. It started way back when. It feels in a way a lot more accelerated right now. So as an artist, this is my channel, one of our channels of our vehicles, I should say, for channeling our energy into commenting on today, but via the histories and memories of our heroes, not all, but some of our heroes and ancestors, and channeling that through this vehicle called SLANT, care of La MaMa. And I feel fortunate that we're given a space to do that, to share with whoever comes to see our show. And we encourage you all to come see, because it's a lot of serious material, but also a lot of fun. And there are moments of humor, and it's a way of being ourselves in this moment, but with a legacy that's come forward from the past also.
1868 Chinese American Wong Part 1, the Supreme Court decision on birthright citizenship for all Americans. In 1942, Fred Korematsu, Japanese American, fought Executive Order 9066 for his wrongful conviction to internment camp because without due process, the 14th Amendment. And today, MS-13 is used by ICE to disappear brown people who look like Hilmar Abrego Garcia. Systemic white white supremacy does not care what you look like. George Floyd, missing indigenous women. Vincent Chin, a Chinese man killed because they thought he was Japanese.
City, 1982. Dodge, Chrysler, Ford, Chevy, Malibu. No gas, no jobs on the assembly line, saying Japs taking what should be mine. Sledgehammer to those Jap cars and those Jap radios. Vincent Chin's getting married in the morning, last night before he goes. Oh, to Vincent, the same old stories old. Oh, to Vincent, and justice is still old. Bachelor night at the fancy pants lounge. The proof doesn't order another round. Two white men yell, it's little men like you who took away our jobs. Well, fuck you! When Vincent stood up, all hell broke loose. Then everybody ran. When the man came back from his car, baseball bat in his hand. Oh, to Vincent, same old stories old. Oh, to Vincent, and justice is still old. Still old. Chased down his hunting, held down and beaten, $20 bounty on his head. Single, double, triple, home run, hit after hit till he's dead. Fines $3,000, that's what the judge handed down.
Thank you for joining me for this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang. Until next time.